Well, the CCP devs have taken away my ECM burst, my favorite module, please. And we're going to have to fix our own fits. Yes, it's time for another episode of Fix Your Fits! The episodes that take the mistakes of others, in this case, the nerfs of CCP games, and help you become a better Capsuleer. So I'm actually going to take my fit, and we're going to fix my fit. What's happening here is that Herons in the past, how we fit them is we assume that we're getting caught. So we fit for movement speed and ECM burst. The reason why there's an empty mid slot here is because of that. Because we had ECM burst here. Now these ships can't fit them. We have to redo these fits to kind of see what we can do. So the first thing we're going to do is, I don't know why it's not in this, but you know that I meant to have EC drones in here. Just put 7 in there, whatever. Even if you can only use 1 because of the warp core stab, that's that. And let's take out some modules we know we don't need. So let's start with, or at least we're not sure of. Let's start with taking out these, and let's get rid of the afterburner. Let's get rid of the aux thruster for now. Gravity capacitor upgrade? Sure, we might want that, and we'll get rid of the EM just for the sake of it now. So here is our bare bones, bare minimum fit. Before we go any further, we have to understand that the goal of this fit is to be able to hack and do data sites. Or not necessarily a new bro, but have a cheaper fit comparatively to Tech 2 focused things. So what we're going to do is, this is the base. You're not going to fit data and relic analyzer instead. And why don't we Tech 2 this? Because why not? We're going to not necessarily new bro it. If you want to be Tech 1s, then you totally can, fine, whatever. Let's go get these going. Well, you're going to use the mobile depot. You're going to use the mobile depot, and you're going to deploy it at a safe, and you're going to swap out the data and relic analyzers as needed and go from there. And you know what, chat? Let's just call a spade, and we're going to do the sister core probes. They're actually completely worth the cost. They increase your power by a lot. So let's go to 8 here, and then let's put 8 here. That way when we save the fit, it looks good. 104, we take the software down to 95. About 100 is a really good place to be. So we have our like minimum fits here. Let's even take away the type D. This is our minimum fit. We can't use the burst jammer anymore. So this is going to be a little bit of theory crafting to see what we can do. What we've done with our venture and our other barge fits is we've actually done a SIBO and a targeted ECM jammer. And I think we should start there as going full utility for what we should be doing on trying to get rid of these guys. Because the SIBO is going to help us a lot with our utility on site before we get hopped on as well. The SIBO is not just for locking onto something to be able to target ECM them. The SIBO is also going to be for increasing your sensor strength so you can lock onto stuff and cargo scan things and like go from there. Oh, you know what, chat? This doesn't work because I keep forgetting these are not bursts. They're not going to unlock them. They're going to only lock you. We could use the damps. If we can overprop this ship, let's try to overprop this. Let's try to get a big, solid, how much do we need for a 10 MN? 10 MN, how much do we need, chat? 10 MN compact. Let's see, we're at 18 power grid to get there. 18, well, let's do this right into the rigs. Come on down to the, where you do be, resource targeting, engineering. And we're looking for you, I think. Is that really just that little? We might not be able to overprop this Heron, chat. We still are at 13 needed. Let's try a low slot, maybe. Let's try a low slot thing to be able to do this as well. Let's see if we can get that done. Let's do engineering. Come on down. Auxiliary power cores. Give me the goodies. There it is. 1 over, just 1 over. Let's just do the vigor one. No reason to tech to it if we don't. Oh, you know what? We actually do need to tech to it because we have other modules that we have to fit. Okay, so it's possible to get an overpropped mod on this. Let me update our little side thing here. Okay, so we actually do have an overpropped thing here. We only have 1.5 power grid left. So what we're probably going to have to do is fit another one of these with this Tech 2 to be able to go up to 6. So let's just start there and see what else we can do. So now that we know we can overprop this and go 2,000, the only problem is the movement speed still sucks. And you're probably not going to be able to get away from a faster ship. You can't plan from everything. But the overprop module is going to help you get away from ships like a Tengu or a T3 cruiser or like a Stratios, because typically they're not going to be going very fast, typically, unless they watch this video, okay? You're not going to go as fast as a Venture because we don't have the low slots for this. Let's start with the Heron. We'll do other Explorers that have more low slots another episode, okay? Let's look at the mids. Since we're overpropping, I liked what we did with our Venture, where we go with the damps, where we go with a remote sensor damp. and you lock onto them fast with a SIBO, right? You lock onto them fast with a nice sensor booster. All right, we still have some room. You lock them fast, and then you damp them. What else should we have in this other mid? What could we fit here? Weapon disruptor not going to work. We could do a double damp. That is a possibility. Another SIBO is not a good idea. You know, chat, we said this. It's the cargo scanner. Because now we've talked about cherry picking with explorers. I agree with some of the comments that if you're in your Empire's space, you don't want to cherry pick. You don't want to only get the valuable ones with the cargo scanner because you want their sites to respawn for your corp mates. Makes sense. But if you're in wormhole space, if you're in an enemy space, you only want the valuable ones. You want to cherry pick because speed is going to save your life. So the SIBO with a scan res script, you're going to lock onto stuff fast. Because what's our targeting range? 20 to 23. You lock onto it fast, and as long as you're within 23, you can cargo scan it, see what's good. You'll be able to close the gap with this awesome looking overpropped afterburner. So with the dampener, we're also going to do a a targeting range dampening. So now you get away, you lock up the person hitting you, you overheat your afterburner, and you dampen them and try to minimize the chance of being killed. So now can we take off this? We can't. Can we fit this as a Tech 2? This is where we're looking at our power grid rigs and seeing if we can do this. Can we take this off? So I can Tech 2 this, and it gives us another rig. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. 3, we can do a hyperspatial to go faster. I don't hate the hyperspatial here. We can do a low friction to do something. We could do I don't think we have a thruster. We cannot fit the aux thruster with this. Do we need the gravity capacitor upgrade? I'll be honest with you. I don't really think so. I think you want to fit for living. Faster scanning is kind of the move. You can fit for hyperspatials here though. No, I think that works, especially if you're going to be doing exploring. You're going to be warping around. A single hyperspatial takes you from 5.7 up to 6.9. Nice. So what do we think? What do we think? Downgrade scanner to scoped. Then you might be able to swap power core for damage control or nanos. Downgrade the scanner to scoped. What we're saying is let's go for a less intense power gridded thing. Let's put this to scoped. And you know what, chat? We don't necessarily need the SIBO to be Tech 2 as well. Don't necessarily need it, okay? So let's go for a compact one. All right. Now we're at that was only still 0.8 power grid. So let's look at this guy. Let's see it. Put in the Tech 1. 1.5. What if we do a scoped one of these? Getting there. Or a compact one of these. Getting there. We have a compact this, Tech 2 relic. Compact this. Let me update this. Compact. Still have a Tech 2. We're still at Warp Core Stab 1. Is that the problem? This should be at a Halcyon. No, because now it's actually more. So I think we do need the Tech 2 one of these. I think so. Because that's just like, even with all that, it's not worth losing. Everything goes down, and we have a spare rig slot anyway, so you might as well get a Tech 2 going. Just to be able to do stuff. And maybe we keep this at scoped, just because you don't need the extra range, right? Okay. All right. Rigs for hacking don't work anymore. You could use a rig for hacking, but I'll be honest with you, I don't really think... I've never really needed it. I fit my ships for assuming I'm getting dropped on. The one time I don't do that, I get dropped on and then I die. So the goal of this ship, this is for dangerous areas of space, low sec, null, wormhole, you know, and the goal of this ship is to be able to scan something down decently enough, right? Which we have 104. You can do your relic and data hacking. You can put stuff, you can shift out stuff with a mobile depot. We have a sister core probe to scan stuff down. You know, we have some ECM drones in there just in case. You know, it's just, you could put 5 in there or 2 in there or whatever, because you can't use anything. Our win conditions are we can use our warp core stab to unlock if they don't have some crazy thing. If they're not faster than us, we can get out with an overpropped afterburner, overheating at the 28. Not as fast as I would have liked it, but there's not a lot of low slots here. We had to use 2 engineering modules, the ancillary stuff, in order to get the better power grid going. The SIBO is going to let us absolutely lock onto stuff fast and chew through the sites. If we get hopped on, we're going to overheat our prop mod to get the hell away, lock onto somebody, which, by the way, if you don't use a script, this helps your sensor strength, which makes you harder to lock on, okay? That makes you harder to lock onto. And then as you're getting the hell away, you sensor dampen them. So hopefully the combination of sensor dampening plus going faster is going to help you to get away. Now, we can't plan for everything. This is a good combo with the cargo scanner and the SIBO, because you can go, show me that, cool. Show me that, cool. And you just keep on going. I think this is a good start. So what are we going to name this? Let's name this Danger GTFO Scan Hack 2.0. Ladies and gentlemen, consider that fit fixed. What I want y'all to do is go out and test this fit. Ooh, keep exploring ships under 5 mil. Fine. For y'all's sake, let's do it. I'm listening to chat. Let's do it. Let's throw a compact one on there. Let's throw a scoped one. Actually, not compact. We throw the other one, right? Because we don't need the lessened stuff here. That's scoped. That's Tech 2. So we're down to 18. Very, very nice. Just doing those two is already a good thing, I think. We need the Tech 2 core, I think. I'm pretty sure. Let's go to Vigor. Yeah, so we need the Tech 2 core. That's not a Tech 2... Yeah. There's a little better for you. We saved 4 million. This is your, we'll put it in the description there for the Heron. Loss of the ECM burst was a big blow to explorers, I think, everywhere. I really do. I've been using it for a long time. I've gotten away countless times with it. And we're kind of struggling to fill the void here, fill the gap. I do think we have the tools we need, and the strategy is still there. Okay, you've got a couple options here. The description has all the fits for you. It's totally free, takes 2 clicks. Enjoy it. If you want more Fix Your Fits episodes and become an excellent fitter yourself instead of EVE Online, it's right here. And if you want the best EVE guides, sub right here to YouTube. We'll see you in the next one, chat. Thanks very much. Thanks very much.